Hi, everyone. Welcome back. We are back for yet more of Rock of Cair Bryn. We are just coming through the Temple of Ao. The group has survived. They picked up a friend along the way and some magic-y stuff that they don't know much about.
Would have
And
had two friends if Pre hadn't thrown my helmet in the lava.
it's true. It's
You
true.
do have the ball.
I do.
You do have the ball. It is also true. All right.
So
So,
we would have had three friends.
yeah, three friends. Three
Friends.
friends for everyone. All right. So, with that, you guys have reached a campsite. You've decided to camp for the night to save yourselves from having further issues. And who is taking first watch?
I
Reno.
will.
I was going to offer, but I don't want to.
Okay.
I can take after Dimitri.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. I mean, I would go first because it's lighter and I don't have dark vision because I'm a human. So.
Who, man?
Oh, man.
Man. Actually,
I mean, technically, Pre is too.
I
technically.
think we're all, as far as we know,
We're all human.
As far
Well, then
as
none
we
of us
know.
have dark vision, so I guess it doesn't matter.
Matter, yeah.
Nice.
Pre will take third watch.
Okay. All right. Okay. So,
I guess that means I'll be doing the fourth one.
if there is one. All right. So, you wanted to see if you could attune.
Yeah, it takes an hour for each item. So,
mhm. So the which one are you doing first?
I will probably do the orb first. It's the one I'm most curious about.
Okay. The rapier. Oh, the orb.
No,
the
the
orb.
orb,
The orb. Sorry,
yeah.
my bad. Okay. As you start to kind of stare at it and look at it, and you look into the edge of it all, you see sort of. You almost get the impression of flames roiling in behind it somehow. And
Oh boy.
they kind of appear in various spots and disappear and then come into another one, and then they kind of go around sparkling and snapping at the edges. And eventually, as you look into it, you feel it look at you and say, Bananarama.
And out of shock, will go Bananarama?
And it goes, Hi, Master, you did it. Good job. Well done. Good you. You're great. What would you like to know?
What do you do?
Well, I do a lot of different things. It grows, doubles its width in your hand, so now it is a full-size bowling ball.
Oh boy.
And then shrinks back down. You also must make another charisma save, by the way.
Okay. Charisma save.
John, how close am I sleeping next to Dimitri?
I mean, that's up to you.
26.
I'm gonna say
26 is very
far
good.
away.
Okay, so
Charisma's my jam.
So the one thing you will notice as well is the orb appears fragile, but appears to also be impervious to most damage, including attacks and breath weapons of dragons.
Well,
If you use it as a weapon, it is a +3 magic weapon.
Oh.
And it does have some basic things it can do. And I don't know why I don't have them written down here. I usually do. One moment. Give me half a second to bring it up. Oh, I don't know if this... Oh, I think I gave it the name. That's the problem. Okay. That one. All right. So... Oh, okay. So it has, it can do Big B's hand, as I mentioned. It can do a once per day. It can cure. Okay, hang on. It has 7 charges in it. It regains 1d4 plus 3 expended charges daily at dawn. If you control the orb, you can use an action and expend 1 or more charges to cast one of the following spells. Cure Wounds at a 5th level. There's 3 charges of that. Daylight, there's 1 charge of that. Death Ward, there's 2 charges of that. Scrying, there's 3 charges.
Okay, wait. Your wounds is 3.
Yep. I will copy this down and give it to you.
Okay.
So
Yeah, just send it to me directly on Discord whenever you get a chance.
Yep, will do.
Today or
Mm-hmm.
okay, cool.
Yeah. And the orb says that it is called, or has been called, the Orb of Malik Botan.
Okay.
Did you get that?
I don't know how to spell it, but I'll put down my spelling.
Okay. Malikboten.
Okay.
There you go. Uh-huh. So, yeah. And, yeah, that's as much as you know about the orb.
All right.
It kind of, you almost get the sense it bowed to you.
Ooh. Like, there's no need for bowing. We can be friends.
All right, master. And you want to do the other ones now?
Yeah, I'll do the sword. I don't usually watches last 2 hours, so I'll just do the sword.
The rapier.
And do the rapier.
Okay.
And then the dagger and some of the
It's a lot less fancy. It's a +1 magic sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then I would wake up Bart.
Okay.
When he wakes me up and say anything interesting happened.
Not really.
Okay.
Figured out how the orb works.
Oh, what is it?
Creepy.
Squirrel girl talks in her sleep.
It's true.
It's called the Orb of Malik Botan. It has some spells inside of it that are really useful.
Cool. And the sword?
Sword is a magic weapon. It's a little bit stronger than a regular rapier, but nothing super special.
So you don't want the sword, and I pull out the one that we were actually sent to get.
Oh, that one I don't know. That one's too
Uh,
big for me. That's a strength-based sword.
I'm fairly certain I can use it, but it's against.
It's against his religion.
He doesn't like swords. But I have to roll Arcana just to see what. There's no way I can figure out what it is, what it does, though, right?
Unless you have the identify spell, which I do not, or you attune to it, and then you'll know what it is. Unless it's cursed, you can just re-unattune to it.
We found out about it from what was it? A church or a mage tower or a library or something at the city? How do we find out about the quest again?
If I remember correctly,
I
you
think it
heard
was that lady
rumors.
that told us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll just ask her once we get back. That's fine. All right. Good night. I'll take watch.
Okay. Oh, I should mention there is writing along the edge of the blade.
Which blade are we talking about?
The one you've got.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Can I read the writing?
Do you read Druidic?
I only read Dwarven.
I tell you who does. The druid.
She's sleeping. I'm not gonna wake her up. That's fine. No, I'm good. All right, I'll just keep watch, look around.
Okay. I would like you to roll for me a perception check, please.
No, I don't see shit.
Nope, you do
Sure.
not. Your 5 doesn't help you a whole lot. Just saying. Okay. Fun. All right. Well, with that, give me 1 second. Just need to pull up something. I was gonna...
Oh, what does that thing that I have? Does it just add stuff to me, or is it
Which one?
the
Where?
thing I thought the thing I gave you control over? Is it just a flat dice roll, or
Uh huh. It
okay?
it basically it influences what the dice does, effectively.
Okay, but a crit is a
So
crit, right?
so for you, it would add things to it or take things away. But if you roll a crit or a -1, it would not change what those are.
Yeah, that's fine.
Why can't I find this item? Give me 1 second. I'm having trouble finding what I was looking for, which is annoying. Oh, it's probably because I'm by me. Last opened by me. Okay, so it should be in the list. Is it my bad for looking at a bunch of other stuff in the meantime, I guess? So I'm just trying to get... Is this it? Oh, I have no idea what that is. That's not what I'm looking for. Okay, so basically, as you are keeping watch, in quotes, you find yourself drifting, both mentally and physically. And, yeah, you start to notice your eyes get heavy. And you...
If I notice that, can I stand up?
You can try.
I'm gonna walk over to.
No, you tried to stand up.
Oh, okay.
You do not stand up.
Can I yell?
Again, you try, I'm sure.
Okay.
And you find yourself slowly drifting into some kind of strange sleep. Everybody will have the very same dream. You see, as you kind of feel like your attention comes into focus, you are standing on a hill in what looks to be a very warm and sunny day. The temperatures are about double what they are currently. And you feel the heat just sort of soaking into you. And you're kind of struggling with it for a bit. And then the humidity sort of mellows out a bit, I guess I would say. It's not completely, gone, but it's a little bit more tolerable, I guess is what I would say. And you start to smell like charcoal and burnt trees, and forest seems to be partially cleared, and there looks to be a little bits of fire, and you hear a roar in the distance. And down below in the valley, you see a circle of beings chanting over a ball, which looks to be crystal. And as they chant, this massive dragon comes over top of them. Bigger than any dragon, if you've ever seen one. Bigger than any dragon you've ever heard of. It is probably from wingtip to wingtip at least double the size of a 747. And it circles around angrily and fires into the center of this group. And every time it does, these shields go up, and you see this beast scream and groan and fire back again, and once again try and rip to shreds these tormentors. And at the same time, you notice that it seems to be withering and shrinking, and it's almost like it's being sucked of blood and juice, and almost going from a grape to a raisin, and it gets smaller and more compact, and even more smaller and even more compact. And then you see it get brought ever quicker, ever closer to the center of where these men are chanting. And the chanting is dark. Does anybody have any sort of understanding of abyssal? No. Okay.
Hang on. No, no.
Okay. The chanting grows louder and louder and more insistent, and this former dragon creature emerges into the crystal, and you see only thing that is left is an eye, and the eye is slowly starting to calcify. But as it does, at the last possible second, right before it has completed its transformation, it blasts energy into all of these wizards that surround it. And you see all of them scream and groan and cry out. And then an ungodly sound comes from them, something you've never heard before, a shriek of dread and fear. And they shrivel, and effectively you see them get sucked into this orb, and nothing is left except flame, coal, charcoal of various trees, and burning vegetation. There isn't even the sound of an animal anywhere near, and this eye has calcified into a crystal eye and sits on this pedestal with no one around. As you continue to sit, do you do anything? All of you are having this at the exact same time. You do not see anyone else.
I mean, I'm asleep, right?
No, you're all seeing this. You are literally all seeing this. You think you're awake.
I'm going to ask everybody else then what
There-
they think we should do, because I have no idea.
There's no one around you. It
No,
is
but then I'm going to sit there and feel uncomfortable.
I walk the opposite direction away from the orb.
okay.
I'm gonna think about everything that Pri has taught me and go touch it.
Okay. All right, we'll do this. Pri, what are you doing? You're the only one that hasn't come up with an idea.
Pre is just gonna be like, what you up to now, gods? We've done this. I don't like the dream crap, so you know what? Have fun. And she's gonna turn and walk away and pretend it's not happening.
Okay. You and Bart turn to walk away. As you crest the top of the hill, you see almost like the sun and the moon roll up quickly, and then it's sun, and then it's moon, and then it's sun, and then it's moon, and then it's sun, and then it's moon. As you climb up this hill, it continues to go faster and faster and faster until it stops, and the sun is straight overhead as you crest the hill. And as you crest the hill and look down, you see a young girl, probably no more than 13 years old, at least in appearance. She wears a blue dress. It looks homemade, not very fancy, old-fashioned, really old-fashioned, not one you'd see now. Almost like seeing a Roman toga, but it isn't like a toga. And she's coming up the hill. And startlingly, you notice her hair, which is a blazing copper color, and eyes that are purple. And
I turn around and walk away.
okay. You recognize to some extent this person. Pri, can you roll a history check for me, please?
Yes. 13.
Okay. While you're not totally clear, you've met the Memorialist. So you have some understanding that this person looks an awful lot like her.
Yeah, but she don't care. She's like, nope, not playing your games, gods, and she'll walk the other direction again.
Okay, you and Bart
Doing this.
walk the other direction. As you, Dimitri's not here, so we'll start with B. B. You see this character I've just mentioned crest the hill, coming down towards the valley. She looks very young, very innocent looking, I would describe her as. She has what looks like a backpack on her back. Almost like as if she was ready for school would be the description I would give you. But yet at the same time, you can see that she's very determined. And she walks in front of this eye and looks at it and sits down and stares at it for a few minutes.
Yep.
And eventually says, "Hello, Rock." And you hear in your head the Rock reply, "You are new."
I don't want no part of this. I want to leave.
Okay, you go to stand up. And you start walking away.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. Dimitri, who's not here, I can't really go into descriptions. We'll go back to all of you walking away.
I feel like we're like raining on John's parade. He's like, he has this thing ready, and we're just like, no, I'm leaving. We don't want to deal with this.
No, we're not doing this. Yeah.
I mean, you
You
might...
know what? Hold up. You know what? Hold up. John, Fiddle, do I have my coin?
Mm-hmm. Yep, you have everything you would normally have.
You know what? I'm gonna flip. Evens, I'll go towards the girl.
Okay.
All right, I'll go towards the girl.
All right. He turns around and marches back down the hill. You see exactly what B just saw.
Which was just little girl in the backpack?
Uh-huh. You see her in the backpack. You see her walk down the hill with purpose, sit down about 10 feet in front of this crystal and say, "Hello, Rock." And the Rock being confused and muttering back as if to say, "Who are you?" And the sense that you get off of these two is that they have a powerful amount of magic within them. Actually, you should roll a history check as well, I think, at this point. Okay.
Uh-oh.
A 5.
Can I just go? Can I say, excuse me? Well, I'm just gonna wait for a reply.
You do not. You say that. Nobody replies to you.
Is there a rock or a pebble near me?
Uh-huh.
I want to pick it up and just throw it at the girl.
You pick it up, you throw it at the girl, it goes through her.
Okay, now I don't care. I turn around then. This is fake. This is a dream.
Okay.
I kind of like shout towards the sky. Can I wake up now, please?
I will say, as you guys are walking away, you still hear everything that goes on. You get it in podcast form now instead of video form, shall we say. All right.
Okay.
Dimitri's back, so now we can get to Dimitri. All right, Dimitri, since you decided to actually do something, you walk up to the eye. As you're walking forward, I would like you to roll for me a charisma check.
Charisma save or just a charisma check?
Save.
16.
Okay. You faintly, it's very faint, but you feel this thing taking control of your mind.
Oh boy.
And you can feel the evil roiling up inside of it. And you feel the message that it's trying to convey. Break the gate. Cross. Break the gate. Free them. Free them. Bring it to pass. Destroy the world. And that's basically what you get whispered very quietly in your mind. And as you get closer and you touch it, you still touching it?
No, not
Okay.
after that.
Okay.
We're like, Bryn was right.
It's bad. As you do, silence suddenly enters your mind. You don't recognize that anymore, and you see this small child. Well, not child, young adult, let's say. She's about 12 or 13. She's marching down the hill. I don't know if I've described it when you were around, but she's wearing a blue dress. She has what looks to be a backpack on, and she has copper-colored hair and purple eyes, and you would recognize her as in some way related to the Memorialist.
Okay.
And she sits about 10 feet from the orb, crosses her legs, and introduces herself to it. The orb, as it had to you, replies, but this time in confusion. It says, "Who are you?" The girl says, "Well, I'm Amber, and I'm here to stop you." The orb almost chuckles to itself. "You could never stop me. You puny humans don't have the lifespan to stop me. I can wait forever. I just need one chance, one opportunity, and I can put an end to everything." The girl stands up at that, says, "Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. You know what? You're an interesting fellow, but I think it's time to push you away for a while." It looks at her and tries what it did on you, and you can feel, every one of you feel the power of this orb trying to break through this girl's brain. So hard is it that it actually stuns you all and puts you on your back. You feel absolutely crippled by this, and you cannot move. You cannot stand up. You can barely breathe. Your entire focus is just on trying to get the pain away. It's like the worst migraine times a million. And then all of a sudden it passes. Now, Dimitri, you see the orb pop into the backpack. And she zips it closed. And as she zips it closed, all response dies. She says, finally you hear the girl say, "I think it's time to put you away, Rock. I think we need to hide you. Keep you away from others. As long as I and my daughters live, we will never let you get free. We will never let you do what you so firmly desire." And she takes the pack, and you see her wander away. And as she wanders over the hill, from your perspective, Dimitri, you wake up.
Just him or all of us?
Just him. The rest of you are still asleep, but you're not dreaming that dream. You're not seeing that anymore. You just go back into a sleep.
That was eventful.
Well, that was interesting. I'm gonna look around. Like, does anything here look familiar? Like, does it look like we're close to where that happened? Like, I'm trying to figure out why we had this particular dream, or at least I did. I don't know the rest of them had it. But
No, you're in like a regular like mountain forest kind of environment. The area that you saw, you would guess it was in a more temperate climate. Like it was more like jungle almost.
Okay.
You never heard an animal the whole time. That was one thing, other than the dragon. But yeah, you got the impression that it was in a jungle in a very humid and warm environment.
actually, well, since everyone's asleep, I'm gonna take my orb out,
Mm-hmm.
since I know it is not the same one. and say, uh, "Hey, buddy, I just had a weird dream about. I think she was related to the Memorialist. Any
Oh,
idea what that's about?"
are you talking about Amber?
Yeah, I think that's what she said her name was.
You mean the original?
The original Memorialist, like from way back, way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's she doing in my dreams?
I couldn't begin to tell you. Are you? What kind of dreams are these?
She was talking to a giant red eye in a black rock.
You've been drinking mushrooms.
A red eye?
Yeah, I think it used to be a dragon. Looked like it
Oh,
was sucked out of the sky.
hey, you want to know a secret?
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a dragon
Always.
too.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
How did you end up like this?
Wizards. Naughty wizards.
Damn wizards.
They were mean to me. They used to use me to try and fight their wars.
Oh.
But a druid
Hello?
found me and kept me safe.
How long ago was that?
Well, I mean, maybe a couple thousand years ago now?
Wow.
I mean, Amber's much older than me.
Well, I mean, there's a new Memorialist now. I met her.
Oh.
She's in the...
Yeah, I guess they do that occasionally. It kind of nods.
Is there a way to turn you back into a dragon?
Not that I'm aware of. If you wanted to, I would be delighted to help you. Or, hey, if you wanted to help me find the people that treated me badly or their descendants, I would love to help with that.
Free is face palming in her sleep. Going in her sleep.
Just listening to Rob and the ball flirting with each other.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, I mean, I'd be happy to help you if any of them are still alive, but, you know, that whole sins of the father, I don't believe that kind of crap. So I'm not going to help you hunt down their descendants. But if any of them are still alive, because I know, like, some, like, elves live a long time, I don't... Or yeah, I'd be willing to turn you back into a dragon. I mean, I wouldn't want to be stuck as a stone ball for the rest of my life, or even longer.
Well, I mean, it's not a lot of fun. I grant you that. I used to fly everywhere. Do you know that in the area in the south that there are people who were descended from dragons?
Sort of. I don't think I've ever been there.
Oh, they're really cool. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm related to any of them, but they're pretty cool. They're almost like humans, but they're like dragon-y colors and they breathe various things. They're pretty fun. They'd set you up.
Oh, I mean, maybe we can check and see if they know any rumors or anything about how to reverse this.
Okay, well, buddy, if you can figure out how, I will be your friend, Master, forever.
Well, that's cool. John, off character, do I know, are there still dragons around, or would I be unleashing the first dragon in like a long time?
I mean, you guys haven't heard of a lot of dragons anymore. I mean, dragon people's weird enough. It's not like you've seen them. But I mean, there's enough stories that you know they exist, but not enough that you've ever seen one other than in pictures.
Gotcha.
They're not like flying everywhere and causing trouble so much.
Alrighty. But yeah, so I will agree. I'll be like, okay, you know what? We'll look into it. See what we can do for you, buddy.
Thanks.
But in his brain, he's gonna go, I'm gonna research and find out what kind of dragon you were first, but he doesn't say that out loud.
The orb does do one thing before you put it down. It says, by the way, you know that sword that you guys got?
Yeah, the one that no one wants to use.
Yeah, so I can tell you something about it if you're really curious.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Give me... Sorry, I should have had this up, but I didn't because I'm a dumby.
I thought John was gonna say, "Oh, by the way, I can read your mind."
I mean, the
Yeah,
orb
I
can,
heard
but
that.
but he can block it if he really tries because he'd know if he's being searched effectively. The sword is called the Sword of Veturin.
The Turin.
Veturin. If you'd like to know how that's spelled, it's Viturein.
It has a name. Definitely can't trust it.
Cool. Was this Viturin the druid you were talking about that kept you safe?
Veturin was kind of. I mean, he was the master of the temple once upon a time. He was very holy and very much in communication with Ao when Ao still loved his people. Veturin was an elf.
A religious sword, huh? Sounds like kind of thing that Bryn might like.
Your friend Pre doesn't give off the image of someone who likes much of anything,
That is true.
especially magical items, apparently. She hates me. Did you hear her? She's so mean.
I'm pretty sure she hates everybody. I wouldn't take it personally.
Fair. Well, I hope that you have a good night's sleep. And I'll talk to you in the morning.
Alrighty. Sounds like a plan. And I'll put the orb back in my pack, and then I'll look around and notice that Bart is asleep, even though he's supposed to be on watch. And I will walk over and kick him.
Do I wake up?
Uh-huh. Yep.
I look over at Dimitri. I'm like, was I sleeping?
Uh-huh.
Did you have a dream?
Yes. Why do you ask?
Because I had a weird dream, and I'll describe it. I had
Oh.
like an unnatural thing that made me unable to stand up or yell, and I fell asleep.
I had the same dream, except I went towards the stone instead of away from it.
Is that how you woke up?
I guess.
Oh,
I woke up after Amber took it and disappeared over the horizon.
okay. I'll try to stay up. How long? Well, there's no way of telling how long I was asleep for, John.
You can do a nature check to figure it out.
I'm just gonna stay up for like another.
He's
Actually, no. That's fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
Okay. So you're going to stay
17?
up for another... Oh, 17. Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably about 2/3 the way through your watch. You got
Okay.
an hour.
Yeah, sorry about that. You can go back to sleep. I'll try to wake up. I'll
Uh,
try to stay up.
So that sword you've got, the orb told me it's called the Sword of Viturin. Used to belong to an elf that worshipped Ao.
Oh, did he tell you what it does?
No.
Oh,
He seemed to think it was pretty powerful, though.
do you want it?
Again, it's not the kind of sword I can use.
Do you say it belonged to a god or something, or an elf that what?
A priest an elf that worshipped Ao, the god Ao.
I feel like the only other person that might want the sword does not like gods.
Or swords. Or
Wait, she
magic.
doesn't. Wait, she doesn't like. Or Pri doesn't like swords.
Oh, no. I'm just
like-
joking.
No, I just don't like magic swords.
Oh, well, I guess if we can sell it and split the gold or something, no, that's fine. Oh, unless the sword does something absolutely amazing. Actually, hold up. Can you ask your orb if he knows what it does, or is it sleep?
Well, I mean, he just went to sleep. He said so.
You're okay. All right. Sure. Sure. Why not?
I could ask him in the morning. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. You go take your nap with your rock. I'll stay up. It's cool.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do that thing where people like roll my coin around my fingers and just kind of stay up and look around. I
That
think it
was
was
me.
Pri.
Yep.
Yeah, Pri.
Yeah, Pri.
I'll go wake her up and I'll say, hey, by the way, the sword. And I basically tell her what Dimitri told me. I'm like, does that change your mind about anything, or do you really, really don't want to know?
How did he find out all this?
It's a talking stone.
Yes, let's trust the random stone
All right, then
found in a cursed dungeon.
I'm gonna either sell it or unless this thing does something amazing, I'll keep it. But I'll ask the lady when we get back. But well, I'm hoping the lady who told us about it might have more information about it. So I'm gonna go ask that person first, or figure things out. But it's your turn. I'm gonna go to sleep.
Fine.
You do you, and then I'm gonna go to sleep.
I don't want to sleep anymore, anyways, because stupid god dreams. I hate.
Oh yeah, we all had that. And I go to sleep.
Of course we did. Fine. All right. Throughout her shift, she's just going to be throwing random pebbles at Dimitri
Let the man sleep.
because she's mad at him. Stupid orb. Yes, found in the middle of a cursed dungeon, run by a lich. Yeah, it's perfectly valid, just like the helmet. Exception. Oh God. Bree's just she's just so annoyed with Dimitri and everything that she's too busy pitching pebbles to really keep.
Question:
watch.
is Dimitri able to sleep with like the constant barrage of pebbles to him? I'm curious because like okay him. Yeah,
I'll roll it. I'll roll it with disadvantage because I am sleeping. So, 6. Nope.
Oh man. All right. So, yep, that's what she's doing. Grumbling about god dreams and touching things people shouldn't and talking orbs and
Hey, I didn't technically touch the orb. Unnamed woman took it and gave it to me.
but yeah, that's how she spends her shift, just grumbling away. No, never.
I'm guessing I should probably cross past Pri as I switch over and then discuss and be like,
Yeah.
"Did you have
Pri
a
will
weird
go and
dream?"
shake you awake. Yeah, apparently we all had it. Sent from the gods, kind of crap. Just ignore it.
Okay. Anything I should be aware about before I go watch?
Apparently the orb was talking to Dimitri some more. giving him
Okay.
information about the sword.
To be
So
honest, I have genuinely start to wonder if maybe Dimitri's just like all got that all in his head, to be honest, and it's not really speaking to him. But
I think it is,
You heard it speak to
unfortunately.
you. You
yeah,
realize
but
that, right?
I'm not crazy. Dimitri is crazy.
Okay.
It's fine. I'm gonna go watch. Have a nice sleep.
Okay. Thank you.
Perception, John. Oh, jeez. I really hope we don't. I really hope we don't get attacked.
Oh
Because
my
if we do,
God.
none of us are gonna know. I'm just gonna get conked over the head of a rock, and I won't even know.
uh,
Luckily, the perception is just as bad, and they don't know it's us either.
That's me.
Mhm.
Can it fit in my backpack? Then I guess does it have a scabbard? If it does, if it didn't have a scabbard, I would have wrapped something around it so I don't accidentally cut myself.
Yep. Yep. Ignore it. No, I'm kidding. I'll go over to Bat and shake him awake and be like, "What the heck's going on?"
What is it? Did I fall asleep? Wait, no, I was supposed to sleep. What are you doing? What are you doing?
Your
And then
sword's glowing. What did you do?
ignore it. Go just. Give me a second. Uh,
Walk away from it.
I'll unwrap it and see. Do I see anything? Does anything happen when I unwrap it? Okay. Oh, by the way, I wouldn't have known it was Jewish, right? Okay. I don't know if
I can read it though, right? Should I?
to you.
Bat, do you want me to read it?
Can you read it?
Yes.
Oh. I guess, and I kind of show it to her.
Okay, what do I have to do? I tell them. I tell Bat.
I muted myself. My apologies. I don't know how that.
We can hear you.
They couldn't.
Oh.
Apparently, I must have hit a button. My apologies. Hopefully, that wasn't very long. I probably hit it when I was taking my pills. Anyway, so to get back to the point so that the audience knows what's going on, they looked at the blade. The blade says, "The forest gives light to all life." The appearance of it is it has a green hilt, which looks like a piece of young wood. It is tied with bamboo strands coming along to a pommel, which has amber at its base, and the crossguard appears to be of new wood with writing in Druidic text along the length, which is what we just got.
I read it out to Bat.
Okay, as you read it out, the sword glows, and to you, it looks like it grows roots, almost looking like a tree, and grows into a tall man, green and covered in leaves.
Is everyone seeing? Well, is Bat seeing this too?
Bart? Bart just sees you holding a sword and wondering why you're so curious.
I was holding it. I was just
Or-
showing.
You're holding the sword. Okay, so you're holding the sword, but you're
I'm just
looking
staring at you. Like,
at B, and her eyes are like dinner plates wide.
I'm assuming you see something.
yeah. I see something. Yeah. Uh-huh.
The being looks at you and says, "Druid, protect my forests, unlike those that failed me."
I start chopping down trees. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, not like you can hear it.
I'm gonna tell Bat what I'm seeing. Can I explain it to you?
Oh, do you want the sword?
No.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the sword back up.
So I'm like wildly confused.
Okay.
Do I still see this man, or is he gone now?
After he says that, he disappears, and you just see the sword. The glow has come to an end.
There's
Okay.
a man trapped in you, so you keep it.
Oh. Okay, I wrap the sword back up.
A lot of that going around.
He
I'll
wants me
ask-
to protect
I'll
his
ask-
forest.
Seems like he wants you to have him.
Are you just trying to get rid of the sword? Because I get the feeling you just don't want it.
I'm just giving the opportunity to anyone who wants the
I'll
sword.
just take this. I just take it. I just take
Okay,
it.
cool. I give her the sword.
I take the sword.
Okay, you take the
Can
sword.
I go back to? I'm gonna go back to sleep now.
I'm guessing it's gonna be more useful to me than anybody else.
Nope, but that's a good guess. Okay.
Right. Well, thanks.
So
I was just gonna sell it, or once I figure out what it. Oh, hold up. Do you know exactly what it does? Did the man tell you what what the sword can do?
Now,
Okay, well, I'll go ask around later then. All right, I'm gonna go back to sleep.
okay, so
I should probably attune to it.
yeah, I was about to say, if you decide to attune to it, I can explain what the sword does.
How much time do we have?
You've got you just barely started your watch, so you got a couple hours, so that's more than enough
Alright.
time.
I'll do it.
Okay, so this, as I described it earlier, looks like a long sword. It has what looks to be growing wood at the base of it, and the blade glows mildly when it's held. The longsword is a +2 with finesse, and in the presence of undead, it brightens, and when striking them, deals additional damage as a radiant weapon. It also deals an extra 1d8 to undead.
Right.
That's the practical definition of what that sword does. So it is basically a magic sword +2 with the ability to hurt undead a bit more.
It doesn't give me any information about where the sword came from or anything.
No, I mean, it doesn't talk to you, if that's what you're wondering.
Okay. I just wanted to know what more of its history if I could find out, but I'm guessing I'm gonna have to ask around.
Yep, and ask your fellow adventurer who happens to know the name of it.
Oh, I know the name of it, but
You went to sleep, so it
yeah, that's
didn't
why
do you
I
any
was
good.
like,
Okay.
Would the name of it provide me anything other than knowing its name?
You would have to do a history check.
once you know the name, you can just ask us when we're awake, if you care
Right.
to do so. Yeah.
Okay. None of them have asked my name.
I mean, they've tried on 2 occasions that I can think of.
It was too early then. I was kind of waiting for like a cute little sit down chat, you know?
I mean,
Have you really not met this group at all, B?
I mean,
Yeah, Nate, we don't
We
really
could
care.
Talk
doesn't
about
really
it
matter.
over breakfast. It's
okay. So the rest of you
I mean, I did ask you this episode once already. Or
Yeah,
this
he
session.
did. He did. It's quite
He
true.
I
brought it
said-
up. You brought it up, but you didn't ask.
No, because you said, "What's the orb?" Asked the orb its name, and I said, "I don't even know your name. What's your name?" And then we went on, and somebody said something else, and you didn't answer. So I was like, "Well."
I didn't hear you.
So we all wake up, John?
Yep. The watch is over.
Morning. Just so
Morning.
you guys all know, I saw a creepy man last night with Bat. The sword turned into a creepy man who said he wants me to protect his forest. That I attuned to it, and now it's mine.
Oh, you
Great.
attuned to it? Okay, by the way, and I tell her the name
More
of the
god
sword.
bullshit.
I tell her the name of the sword. I don't remember the name of the sword, but I'll tell her.
Can I do a history check?
Sure, you absolutely can. The Sword of Viturin is the name of it.
I didn't find out anything useful.
No, sorry. I mean, the name rings a bell. You know something. I mean, you're a druid. You have some understanding that there was a man named Viturin, but that's about it. So there is somebody in history who had that name. You don't know anything about them, though.
So do you know what that sword does?
Nope, no idea.
All right. Are we ready to go?
Yep.
All right,
Yes,
I will pack
please.
up
Let's get
my
out of here.
stuff.
Did you guys mentioned that you had somebody with you before me? What happened?
I don't know.
Turned into a squirrel and run away or something.
There was a squirrel him, and then there was a squirrel you.
We thought. Oh, I thought you were him.
Interesting.
I go over to Dimitri and say,
What brought you all to that?
I go over to Dimitri and I kind of whisper to him, technically she still could be him. The whole shape-shifting thing.
I don't think that's how that works.
No, okay.
It would be easy if it did, but I'm very confused how we ended up in the same place anyway. I still don't feel like I understand any of your story.
That's fine.
Neither do we.
Yeah.
We were thrown together by weird circumstances in the Memorialist, and then we just kind of...
Can they give me a little bit more information about the Memorialist? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay.
Me neither.
Me neither. So the Memorialist is a person that you would have heard of because she's traveled around basically the entire continent. She is a being who is considered to be very old, but never looks very old. She always looks like she's in her mid-20s, maybe early 30s. She has very copper red hair, and she has these purple eyes. She is considered by most humans to have the knowledge of the world, and she seems to know things before anyone else does, as far as they're concerned. And she is considered to be one of the few people that can go into the lands of the elves, the Prashina as they're called, and not be in any trouble or have any issues with them, because normally humans aren't generally allowed to go wandering in the forest. And so her history is very ancient, and it goes back to this girl Amber. And basically, she introduced her daughter as the Memorialist, and ever after that, every child that's born, and only one child is born, and they are always female, to the next one is always called the Memorialist.
Right. Okay.
And that's as much as you know.
Cool.
Are we still walking west?
As far as I know.
Okay.
However, there was some talk about having a discussion at breakfast.
Yep.
So it's breakfast.
At breakfast, I'm going to ask, so what are you guys all trying to achieve together here?
Apparently, I'm supposed to keep them alive. That's it.
You're not doing a great job.
I mean, she's doing a
they're
wonderful
alive.
job.
If they'd stop touching things in the cursed dungeon, it wouldn't be so difficult.
I don't know.
Would
Don't understand. The orb seems beautifully fine with Dimitri. It's getting along famously.
They seem to be having a great time.
Touching things is how you learn about them.
Touch a stove, no problem. If it's on, it's okay. You learn. You learn
Yeah,
not to
but
do it
listen,
again.
Yeah, exactly. You learn not to touch the stove anymore.
I have to say,
I've learned.
Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, I've learned to no longer touch weird helmets that talk to me.
Have
Yeah,
you?
so
I'm,
there's
I'm
another,
pretty.
touching
I'm
so
pretty
there's
weird
sure.
another
orbs
weird
that
helmet
talk
that
to
talks
you.
to you, and I
I'm
bet
That
fairly
guy's
certain
fine.
You're gonna touch another helmet.
you
I'm
know
sure.
you're gonna touch another helmet. Yeah.
Orbs are not helmets, okay?
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Well, I
a
didn't
fancy
trust.
hat that talks to me is different from a helmet.
How did you guys survive childhood? How?
I flipped the
I
coin.
have to say, I wasn't. Wow. I wasn't feeling too good about trusting you all, but I feel like after the whole ordeal we just went through and the fact that you didn't abandon me and leave me to die means that I can probably trust you. Somewhat.
A terrible idea. But go for it.
Everything that Pre seems to think is a terrible idea usually turns out to be a good idea. Like touching the orb. So, good idea.
Yeah, now we have a friendly dragon friend.
We don't know it's a dragon, do we?
I have not told anyone it is a secret.
We have a friendly ball friend.
That is not information I would give Pre at all. Hey, this is
We
a
have got a
dragon. I'm going to set it
bowling
free.
ball.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, wait a second. Rob, ask your question that you're wanting to ask, and then I'll do
Okay.
the next.
So, we can't. I mean, I guess we could keep calling you Squirrel Girl, but you must have a name, right?
I usually keep it to myself to avoid people trying to figure things out about me, but I obviously have a name.
I completely understand that. We should
And
probably
it's not
get
Squirrel
going.
Girl.
Well, I mean, we got to call you something. What do you want us to call you?
It's Nilloa.
I prefer Squirrel Girl.
Niloa. Okay, now you can change all your things from unnamed woman. All right.
I mean, that's a nice name.
I guess, thanks.
Now, is that your real name, or is that just a misnomer you're using?
My name is Nilloa.
Oh, okay.
The
Oh,
nobility.
yay. The mysterious woman has a name. Hooray. Can we go now?
The
Yeah.
nobility known as Nilloa.
And as for your question about what we're up to or doing, we don't really like the Memorialist wanted us to stick together, but that was her only instruction. So
Wait, did she
just doing
specifically
whatever.
tell it? Did she specifically tell us to stick together?
No, it was
she
not
told
the
us to
Memorialist.
stick together until we rescued the prince.
Which
That.
we did.
Yeah.
So there's really, honestly, there's really no reason for us to stay together.
Other than another god.
Or, the money that you've raised over the last while. Because, to be fair, you have a lot of gold between the four of you.
Yeah, well, gold's not important, John.
Oh, wow. What is going on? Who's this person? Yes, I know. I know.
I was gonna
To this character, it's
I was gonna sell that sword, but you attuned to it, so I guess we're not doing that anymore. So yeah, it doesn't really matter.
So
None of the gold has been worth any of this.
oh, come on, you got to go home. You got to be leched upon by a strange
Which
little...
they would have done anyways. Just without the detours.
So how far do we know, or do we know at all if how long it will take us to get to the
Valegard?
city? Yeah.
About a day and a half. I mean, you're already halfway there, so you're probably about another... Like, it'd take you to somewhere about early evening, and you'd arrive at the edge of Valegard.
Cool.
Halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer.
It's pre-singing.
Apparently.
No, not free, just me.
She's doing some kind of weird chant. Yeah.
Anthony, roll a die for me, please. Give me a coin flip.
I don't like it when you make me do coin flips. I like it when I make coin flips.
Okay. You find in your pocket, after all this time you're checking for things, a note.
Damn it. All right, I'll read the note.
Okay. As you look at the note, it is from names.
Oh, did John forget the name? Is Liua?
No. Austin's character's name.
Oh,
Shin. Yeah, why did that leave? Holy cow. So it's a note from Shin, and it says, I've been called to go back home. I'll be gone for a little while. Sorry for the abruptness. And don't try and look for me.
There's only space for one squirrel anyway.
I said, "Oh, Shin's dead." And I continue to walk.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Rip.
Nice.
Yeah, he left a message saying he's gonna go kill himself.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
Well, as far as the rest of us are concerned, he's dead then. So.
No, I'll just read. I'll read the note. It's like, yeah, he went somewhere.
I start playing the Titanic theme on my flute.
Oh no, not that.
I'm gonna check my other pockets just to see if he took anything from me. How did he slip this into my pocket?
Probably turned into like a cockroach or
I don't have any
something.
instruments to join in with.
I mean, as far as you know, he didn't take anything else.
Cool. All right. Actually, there's one thing I'll just wait until I get to town to check on that. It's fine.
Dear.
Okay. Sorry, I am adjusting things. My bad. I should have.
I don't have an instrument, Rob. So while you're doing that, I start banging on my wooden shield.
Yeah, there's not a bard in this party, so there's not going to be any weird songs being sung by anybody.
Okay, I'm sorry, but Dimitri, Rob, what is your class?
I am Bard.
Oh, right.
That's why
I'm playing the flute.
This bard didn't sing.
like-
Sorry, I don't know what I was thinking.
Because I was like, didn't you like make a performance that made money for you and stuff like that? So
I played with the big orchestra.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I thought the whole thing was. I kept thinking you were a thief, but you're actually a bard.
I'm brain dead. What do you want from me?
I'm a bard with sticky fingers.
Okay.
He's a roguely bard.
Who can't open locks.
No, because my thieves' tools broke.
Don't worry.
That's true.
Dimitri,
You can
I'll
replace
buy
those
you.
now.
Yeah.
I'll buy you another one, Dimitri.
All right. So you guys ride into town, rode into town. I don't know what you're riding it on because you don't have horses. You come into town, having been on a bit of an adventure. You can go back and freshen up or get food at the Knights Repose. Your current living space remains, except for B, what is your character's name again? Just so I can actually
Niloa.
Niloa. So you're the only one who doesn't actually have a spot there, but if you go with them, they'll probably put you in Shin's spot.
I'm not going. Can I go to an apothecary or something?
Sure, if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna all right. I'm gonna go run some errands.
Okay.
Bye.
And I go do that.
Fun.
Don't get lost.
Nice.
Don't speak to any bowling balls.
Don't speak to any bowling balls. Okay. Anybody else gonna do anything?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go back to this room place and fresh and stuff.
Okay, so when you enter the Knights Repose, it's actually a really, really nice hotel that your family would be familiar with. It's like basically like a first class hotel kind of thing, which would take you aback because knowing this group, you don't know how the heck they got themselves this situation. But if you go in with one of them, they'll give you Shin's room, or if you explain you were with this group. By the way, I found a name for you all that was mentioned once upon a time that the three of you actually thought was useful and a good name.
Did we? I don't remember that.
Yep. You want to know what it was? Dimitri and the
No.
Pussycats.
Oh yeah.
God, no. None of us found it useful except for Dimitri.
Yep.
I don't see why
I
we need. I don't really
I
see why we need a name.
I
But
thought you liked it better than Knights of the Rock, so I was, just going to suggest it.
Well, okay. I asked Dimitri, do you have plans? Are you coming back to the thingy?
I'll probably come back to the hotel. I
Okay,
could use a
then
bath.
you can introduce me and get me a room, and I'll get changed.
Go find a gambling game somewheres.
Okay. All
He
right.
needs to run off some steam.
Fair enough. Roll me a D10, please.
Who?
You.
Oh dear.
One.
You just lost all your
You got a
gold.
1. Okay, cool.
Uh,
You ended up losing 10 gold, which isn't too
figures.
bad. Yeah. Okay. So, Bart, the
yes,
apothecary, blah blah blah. That place that you were headed to.
yeah. I go in.
Okay. You.
Is this the? Hold up. Am I thinking of another game, or did we have someone speak to an apothecary and they tried to buy potions and they were very bad at haggling, or is that a different game? That was a different game. Sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember that conversation, but that's fine.
Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the apothecary and I'm like, excuse me, do you charge to identify potions?
Depends on how complex, but 10 gold will probably be good enough to identify anything you are unawares of. If you want that.
Sure. Here, I give him 10 gold.
Okay.
What is this black or this? I have a vial of black liquid that I think I got from that dungeon. I want to see if they can identify it.
They look
Is
at
it-
it, puts it through an analysis, and says, "Son, what you got here is demon blood.
Is it used for anything?
I mean, if you want to do things with it, yeah. If you don't want it, I can give you some money for it."
How much is it worth, or how much were you willing to buy it off of me?
Well, how about 15 gold?
Okay, I'll be back. I need to go see if anyone in my group actually wants it. Otherwise, I'll come back and sell it.
He's like,
all right, thanks.
Did you not have any other potions or anything? What if you had another potion? Which you
I
didn't?
do. I'm not with
they
him though.
did.
Oh,
I
that's
did.
true. Okay.
I only have this one.
I forgot. I thought you
Uh,
had the other one too, but never mind.
I only have the one. John, would I know thieves' tools?
Mm-hmm.
Like, will you get arrested for trying to buy thieves' tools?
No, because they're not necessarily thieves' tools. I mean, they could be used in other functions.
I feel like because there's adventuring and
Mhm.
gonna be dungeons.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean, if you go to like a hardware store, effectively, there'd be like equivalents to thieves' tools.
Well,
there.
okay. I just want to ask the apothecary. Do you know where I can buy some thieves' tools?
It looks at you peculiarly. You mean like picks?
Yeah. Yes.
You can get that down at, and he points you down the street. He says, over at that blacksmith shop.
Oh, perfect. That guy loves me. All right. I go to the blacksmith.
Mhm.
I think I gave him a crap ton of gold for nothing. I go up. I'm gonna go up to him and see if he recognizes me. Like, hello.
Hey, welcome back. I haven't seen you in a bit. How's it going? I don't remember how the blacksmith sounded, so.
I mean, it's fine. I don't remember. I don't think I did either. But pretty good. I have someone in my group who's not the best with picks. Do you sell picks for opening doors and whatnot?
Okay, like thieves' tools. Sure.
Okay, well, I said
I
these
like how
two
they
once,
said the
and then- yeah, sure, whatever they're called, I guess.
He's like, oh yeah. We can produce those, no problem.
Can I get 3 sets? The guy likes to breaks them.
I mean, they're a hot item around here. We have a lot of like mercenaries and stuff that like to try and hack into various places. But I just happen to have a couple sets right here, right now.
Sure, I'll buy them off of you. How much you want for them?
5 silver.
Cool, I'll give them a gold.
This is
There you go.
so weird to me, Anthony. I just want you to know that.
I have 16,000 gold, and I have nothing that I want. So I was like, here, just take it. I'll give him the gold.
16,000. Okay.
I don't know how I got
How
it.
did you get 16,000?
I think
1,600.
1,600, not 1,000.
Sure, I'll delete.
You got one extra zero. That's all.
That's fine. I'll just delete a digit. Yeah.
Deleted a
Okay.
digit. Okay.
Cool. I'll take this. All right. Cool. Thanks. Oh, and I'm pretty sure I asked you before, but you only deal with non-magical items, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
If you got non-magical stuff that you want to exchange, I'm more than willing to take it off your hands.
I don't actually. I was trying to sell a magical item, but it's fine.
That kind of thing, you're gonna want to go down to the and he points down the street and he's like, you go down here, you turn at the corner, you take a right, you go down there about 4 blocks, you're gonna see this massive building, and in the far corner of it is this little wimpy thing where a bunch of shall I call them students, to be polite, of the Wizard Tower have run a little off-brand shop if you're looking to get some stuff identified.
Do they sell magical weapons?
I mean, I'm sure they'd buy them. I don't know. I don't deal with them. They're all a bunch of punks, if you ask me. But you know,
Going ring-railed here, are we? I see.
I might. All right, cool. I'll go see what they got. But all right, thanks. I'll be sure to come back and sell you whatever I find if I find anything useful.
Whatever you want, bring it on in. I'm always available, except for when I'm in bed. Then I'm not. Don't come by.
Okay.
I won't be here. And if you steal anything, I'll kill you.
I have a lot of gold, and I've been giving you gold. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to steal your stuff.
I know. That's why I like you.
I'm indifferent, and I walk away. I'm going to actually go visit that place that he mentioned.
Okay. So you wander down the street. You come to this area where there's a bunch of like 3-4 story buildings, and you see a bunch of signs for a bunch of different things. And on one of them, it says, fantastic prized weapons from ancient times to the current day. Get your favorite thing here, custom made,
ignores that and just
special
walks
for you. Blah. Okay.
I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
That was very overwhelming.
There's a little gnome sitting behind the desk, and you see on the wall shields and bits of armor, some of which look really good, some of which look quite dubious. There is an orb that looks sort of like what you've seen before, but you can't tell whether it's actually legit or not. And the gnome is like looking at a book, and he puts it down. He's like, "Can I help you, sir?"
Yeah. Do you have any need for demon's blood?
Demon blood? Oh, we haven't got any of that around here in a while. I would love some.
For how much?
What do you want for it? We can do exchange or we can do cash. Which would you prefer?
Let's see.
He just suddenly became from Brooklyn in the middle of that.
You got any axes? I kind of bring out my axe. I'm kind of used to this one, but I don't know.
He looks at it and says, "That's some interesting calligraphy you've got on that axe, sir."
Wait, what? There shouldn't be. And I look at the axe. What's on my damn axe now, John?
Don't you remember it didn't have the emojis and all that?
I forgot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's why I want a new one. Do you have another axe?
I mean, yes, sir. We always do have axes. Are you looking for something of the magical variety? Are you looking for something fantastical, something that explodes, something that burns, something that freezes? What are you asking for? I'm here to offer it to you. Days may take time to do a special request, however. Custom items.
I don't need a customize. What kind of axes do you have?
And he says, one moment. And he says, I'll be right back. And he goes back into the shop and he says, Marty! Marty! Bring up the axes. You hear clumping and thumping and bumping, and the little gnome comes back up front, and he sits down and he's smiling. And in walks this human with a great big floppy hat, like it's flipped over. He has
Does it talk?
He has a
Don't worry, I'll ask.
heavily sparkly glittery robe, and he has this massive mustache that comes out like this, and a great big old beard that hangs down below his belly button, and he dumps these axes of various shapes and sizes on the desk, and he says, yeah, this is what we got in the back. What are you looking for?
Honestly, I don't know. How many are there on the table?
There's 4.
Okay.
One is a hand axe. One is like a medium-sized chop, like a.
I'm looking for one that's basically same length and size as the one I currently use.
So you're looking for a big axe, a great axe. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And then he looks at all of them and says, well, I got not ideal, but we do have one. I mean, I could bring it down. It does have some interesting qualities. It might be of what you would like. Would you like to see it?
How much does it cost? If I can't afford it, there's no point in you bringing it down.
I mean, how much is it worth to you? I mean, these are magical items. They're pricey to produce. So I mean, just be aware. So there's no sticker shock. We usually start at about 1,000 gold.
All right. Why don't you tell me what it does first? I guess.
Do you want me to bring it out?
Yeah.
All right. So he walks to the back, comes back out, and he has this massive axe, like huge on you and him. And he lays it on there and he's like, well, you see, this thing once upon a time apparently was owned by a barbarian lady who used to use it to put fear in her enemies. It glows when you have it in your hands, and it does quite a bit of damage, especially to magical creatures. As well, it can set difficult terrain around the person in the form of snow if you put the pommel on the ground or the butt end of it on the ground.
Is it cursed?
No.
I'm not gonna wake up in bed like after killing a bunch of hookers or anything.
No. It's an ancient axe. It's pretty well known for being pretty mild. I mean, there's rumors that it was used to kill the frost giant hundreds of years ago, but other than that, it's just normal everyday run of the mill magical axe.
Can I roll insight to see if he's lying about any of that?
Absolutely.
The curse is a red-headed barbarian's going to be chasing you to get her axe back.
You don't know that.
All right, okay. 15.
15. All right. He's blowing a bit of smoke up your butt, but does
it do what he says it does?
Well, the first part of it, yes. The other part of it, you're not sure, because that sounds really unlikely.
Which part? Are you talking about the one with the difficult terrain? Or?
Yeah, the difficult terrain. You're not sure that it actually does that or how it would work if it did.
I see. All right, and how much are you wanting for this?
1,000 gold, my friend. Just a simple man looking to make some money.
Okay, yeah. This is not the same guy as this is not the gnome, right?
No, this is a human.
Okay. Dang, I was gonna trade with the vial, but I don't think he would do it without asking the group since we found the vial together. Give me a second. Evens, I'll haggle. Oh, I'm not haggling. All right, here's your 1,000 gold.
Okay. You, sir, are a wise man, sir. Let me tell you, you just got yourself an ancient barbarian axe. It is the most and finest weapon you're ever going to see, and he hands it over to you.
Okay, I'll take that. I'm assuming I'm going to have to attune to it to figure out what exactly it does.
As you grab it, you feel it immediately become very easy to carry. Like, no weight to it at all as far as you're concerned. And he goes, well, that's peculiar.
This doesn't talk. This thing doesn't talk, does it?
No.
I want a refund if this talks.
No. This thing don't say nothing. But I've never seen anything that looks like that before. And he points at the axe, and you see on the handle some emojis.
Can I get a refund?
No refunds. No refunds, no takebacks. That was not us. We did not cause that. You damaged the item, sir. That's your problem.
I just took it from you. How could I have damaged the item?
I mean, you saw what it looked like before we gave it to you as a customer. Money
Did I
has been exchanged. I'm sorry. That's it. It's over. No more.
Fine. Second question. Do you purchase magical items?
Well, I mean, it depends. What have you got for sale?
You want to buy an axe that I just bought for $4?
You want to buy an axe with emojis on it? I want to show my axe.
Your axe does not have any emojis on it.
It doesn't have any more?
Nope.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I might have something, but it's not in my possession. No, I might come back.
All right. You are most welcome, as long as you don't try and return said item. We do keep track of what we've sold. There is no refunds.
Okay. But question for you, John. Do I have to attune to this?
No, you're already attuned to it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I will give you further details. I can tell you the name of the axe is the Axe of Bjorn's Daughter.
Just send me that. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
I'll go to the... I'll go back to the inn since I think that's where everyone was at.
Sure.
Do I see them there, or are they asleep or in their rooms or something?
I mean, it's still basically early evening because stores would not be open, so it's up to them what they want to be doing. Obviously, Pri was pooling her money, trying to make money and losing it.
She was just gambling to gamble to
waste time.
Get stuff out of her head.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
What about the other two?
I'm getting changed and
okay.
Yeah, I would have went to take a bath. And I probably would have tried to attune to the dagger if I had time.
All right.
Just to see what it did.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna go.
It's a +1 dagger. No particular excitement.
Okey-dokey.
I don't think. Yeah, I guess I was just gonna ask them about the vial, but I'll just go take a shower and kind of just be grumpy about my axe having emojis on it.
Fair enough. And with that, I think we're gonna end our little session here and now. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, please do so here. If you'd like to see what we've done in the past, please check it out up here. And if you'd like to check out all of our content, you can do so at distractionsmedia.com.